Okay, so the map is mostly done now, and I'm probably going to be publishing it like a bit after recording this video. So, or I also have to make a logo, that's something I gotta do. I had one of my friends, Jaden, come on to help do some just quick builds to make this place look better. It's still not as good as it could be, but it's mostly, you're mostly going to be here for Conway's Game of Life stuff, not the looks or feeling of the map. But yeah, so I've actually organized the buttons and added some more buttons. They're useful. So first of all, I'm gonna just show y'all. I don't know if I showed y'all this. Oh, I also have to turn off something you're about to see in a second. So it's much faster. Rendering is so much better. I think since the last time I posted a video. So it takes around 0.3 seconds. Hi Jaden, I'm recording a video. I'm gonna mute you. Okay. So, all right, let me go to app. Okay. So this is also a lot of, if I do play, it's around 6 frames a second. It's faster for people who don't have access to MakerPen, and since I have access to MakerPen, it takes a lot longer. Also, rendering is now around 4 frames, so I'll show y'all. Let me just draw. Oh, fucking hate that screen there sometimes. And then play, rendering, encoding, rendering, coding, rendering. It's also too fast for that button to change for some, that right there to change for some reason. Don't know why. I won't figure out why because it's not really worth it. But it's much faster in rendering. It's much I think you can get under a second like this for people that don't have access to MakerPen. So that's cool. And so I'll also explain what I did to rendering 2 for synced mode. Gotta wait for that to finish. So now, based off of the rendering, based on the encoding time, it takes longer to send a rendering request. Because it's sending an entire event of everything. Like, let's go over here. It's sending a list of all 50 objects, or all 50, with a delay based on the amount of time it took to encode the frame. And I have a thing explaining where all the buttons are, and the rules of Conways, Game of Life, all this. Oh, you can also see your total generations, which I'm at 8,448. My highest generation in one sitting is at 1,200. And then we can see donations. Jaden didn't actually donate. It was just a test because we're using rooms too, so you can put a certain amount you want to donate. And even with the small dono, you could donate me like 5 tokens, which is super cool. I love rooms too, just for part of that. But let me unsync it because now if I unsync it, it's much faster, which I love. And when it finishes, I could just click clear frame, and then just draw that. And if I don't have synced on when I start playing and I'm not room authority, it will basically delete everything I have, and I could just click sync frame with others, then play, and it will basically do the same thing as synced but take up less time. Just sync makes it look as if it's running it makes it look as like if I have a different frame rate than everyone else, it won't make it like I'm 14 frames ahead of other players while everyone else is farther behind me. Just having synced on makes it where it's better. And also if I click emergency button, it can break it. Boom. That's why you just turn this off, emergency button, then play. Let it run again. And that's really it. I'm probably going to make the logo after this, and boom, it's done. And circuits, or actually I'm going to talk about the circuits for a bit. I've reorganized everything, made it a lot. This was a pain to work with, because apparently recently they did change how encoding works. Not encoding. CPU heat works. So, technically this would run faster and much better in older versions of Rec Room, because CPU heat now supports more things happening in the same frame, but it acts more like network heat where it takes time for it to go down. which is it's good for smaller rooms, horrible for rooms like this. I'm just hoping when the circuit compiler comes out, I can go absolutely insane and make this room like 2% or CPU heat and just make it run so much faster. And I'm gonna go now.